Hi, as Helen said earlier, I'm here to show you the Elmo range of visualisers, but also what I'm here today to show you is some products you may not realise that Elmo actually sell, which is our wireless graphics tablet, and also we're now producing a student response system. So what I'm going to do today is show you how these all link together to give you a classroom solution, a student solution in your establishment. If I just go through at the moment with a little presentation, you can see that Elmo visualisers, visual presenters, can be used in lots of applications, whether it's for video conferencing, product presentation, being able to annotate on products and documents, or whether it's just for meetings. There's a whole range of applications, and obviously there's a whole range of applications in different subject areas as well. Elmo has been producing visualisers now since for about 20 years, so we've got a vast amount of experience in that area. What I'll hopefully show you before we finish as well is our latest visualiser, which is our ultra portable visualiser, which is about the size of a business envelope, but obviously and very light as well. And you can see we move right through to our bestseller, the L12, and then through to high-end visualisers. So that range of visualisers which can be used in all sorts of departments for lots of different uses. And as I say, I'm going to introduce to you our CRA1 wireless graphics tablet as well. And then, which has just been released, we're going to have a look at the Elmo student response system. And I want to show how this all links together. So let's quickly have a look. If you invest in a student response system, you will get the receiver which works for the tablet. You will get 24 or 32 handsets, but we can register up to 50. You'll get the SRS software which comes with this and works with the visualizer as well, and also a carry case to carry them in. What we're also doing in the UK is, if you purchase the SRS, you also get within that the wireless graphics tablet as well, so it's an additional item that comes with it. The great thing about it is portability. It can be moved anywhere within that bag. So, quick and simple to set up, no advanced preparation, real-time assessment. These are the advantages that we feel that the SRS brings. And I think the idea of no advanced preparation, to me, is one of the key elements of our whole system. We can use this with real objects. The key feature of the classroom solution that Elmo produces is that we work with the live image. We can start with the live image. So you can see here we've got our Elmo SRS software running. You can see here we've got the live image, so we can put any object underneath the camera. We can bring the camera head down. With Elmo we always produce solid arm visualisers because we always want to keep a steady image, and then we can zoom in on the object as well. So you can see we can zoom right in there on that fossil, and simple press of a button we can autofocus on that. Now here you can see we've got a fossil, but I wonder what type of fossil that might be. For example, could it be an ammonite? Could it be maybe a trilobite? Simply all we have to do is put an A and a B above that, and if you notice in our toolbar here we can activate our voting system. If the students just switch on their voting system, you can see we've got a multiple choice here of either A to F or 1 to 6, or true, false, yes, no. As you can see, this is a to B answer, so I just select A to B and then tap the play button. Someone who's very keen has already put in their response, so if we just take the response here, all we'll have to do is press the button, and those responses will come in. 4 people have responded. To then bring up the results, I simply need to tap on the stop button, and it may be that you want to find out who's the quickest. There we see someone who's extremely keen at 0.21 seconds there to get the answer. If you need to know who that student is, you can see we can quite simply put in images. I've got famous people here, but the simplest way would be to point the visualiser when registering these handsets out to the student and take a picture of the student. That would appear there as well. It might be that you're quite keen to look at the responses that came in. And you can see there we've got a range of responses. We can also find out who put those in. For example, we can see Manuel Richard Branson there put in the A, and we can see there that Winston Churchill and Victoria Beckham put in B. The correct answer, if I want to go back, just minimise this there, we can move this out the way. So the correct answer actually was A. So now if I just tap on my handset, the correct answer, let's also now mark this. So the correct answers can go in. We can look at the response that we get as well here as a percentage of the class. So it'll record all of these results. To move on to the next question, I just tap the next button and we can move on. As Helen said, one of the great things about this is the fact we can use this system with students' own work. So let's just zoom out for a second. I'll clear the screen. You can see the toolbar here. It's very simple. It's a very simple toolbar. So there's very simple annotation tools. If we move to the next toolbar here, we can capture images at any time. We can also record video, live video with sound with the microphone attached at any time and play that back. So it's a very simple interactive piece of software. But as I said, maybe you want to put some student work underneath the visualizer. Maybe we can zoom in on the student work there. Let's pull that down. There we go. If the handset gets in the way, we can just move out of the way or just minimise it so that it's smaller. You may not want to focus on all of that writing, so what I'm going to do here is tap the hide and reveal and just focus on the top piece of text there, so we could look at that. It might be that what I want to do is now just choose a pen, and it may be that what I'll do here is we'll look at this and we can pick out, let's say, the word glinting. We can pick out the word night. We could pick out the word everything. And then just assign an A, B and C against that. And again, if I go back to my handset, there are 3 choices now, so I select 3 choices. And what I want to know is which one there is the adjective in that sentence. So if people would like to put their responses in on that, we can say which one is the adjective. So let me put that in. Make sure that the handset is switched on, and in come the responses. Again, we just stop that. We can again then check the results here, and very quickly we can assign the correct answer there if you want to. So again, it's a very simple tool, the way that we can use this. It may be, if I close this down here, what I'm going to do is just clear the screen, and I might say, do you think that's a particularly good piece of writing here? So if we put an A at this end, and that is good, and then we had an arrow all the way to this end where I'm going to put an F, and here we'll put poor. So you may want to use things like Likert scales, and you can take these off the internet because I can vote directly over the internet, which I'll show you in a second there. But quickly, if I go to the next question on here, sign this 6 responses. So you put A if it's good, F if it's poor. If you think it's in between, you can press any button in between. The handsets do have a timeout so that the battery isn't just drained. The battery does last for about a year, depending on usage. But you can alter the timeout so that you can conserve battery power. If I then tap the buttons again, we can quickly see here the range. We've got quite a range of responses in there and analyse them. We don't have to just use it with the live image, of course. If I tap the laptop button here, it will take me to my laptop, and I can operate any bit of software, and we can then vote over the top of anything on the internet. So, for example, what I can do here is I can go to the internet. So if I go onto the internet, what I've done here is found some multiple choice quizzes to do with psychology. Let's go to, say, schools of psychology here and bring up these. And what we can now do here, you can see I've got multiple choice. So I'm primarily interested in thinking processes. I am a something psychologist. So what I do is I'm going to activate the blind tool because I only want to focus on that question. I don't want the others there. I can then activate the voting, and what I will now do is tap the play button. So if we can put in the responses there, I am primarily interested in the thinking process. I am a something psychologist. We can then feed back our responses. And again, if I press the stop button, we can bring up the responses. And we could then, again, if we think A is the correct answer, we can mark that straight away. So we can work on anything. Now, the next thing is that what you notice we've been working on live images on the desktop. We haven't had to create any quizzes ourselves, and this is a key element to this system. You do not have to prepare resources. You can use any made resources as long as it's on the computer or a live object. That's the key thing about this system. It's simple to set up, it's easy to use, and reduced preparation time. And you can also react to things that happen very quickly within your session. So if something isn't working correctly, you can bring it up and get students to respond to what is happening. Why do they think that's happening very quickly. Another new product released by Elmo is the Elmo MO1. It's extremely portable and very small. You can see here, it's got a range of connections including VGA, HDMI, 1087i output, and we can simply power it to USB. So all I need to do is place it down, bring out the camera, and we can look straight at any document or object. If you want to zoom in, we can easily bring the camera head down closer to look at objects, and simple press of the autofocus button, we can autofocus onto that. Of course, our wireless tablet will work with this as well, so we can annotate again over any object, and again our response system will work with this as well, so we can actually use this system alongside the tablet, and in our 32 handset bag we can take it anywhere and use it any time. So thank you very much.